Hello and welcome to another episode of
Absolute Game Off.
Nerd! I said episode, but I meant another video. So a short one for you today. As you can see from thumbnail and from the title, I finished my Surfer run. Of course, what I'm talking about is the Silver Age 18-issue Silver Surfer solo series. Just to kind of give you a little context, I've had the big keys, right? Because that's what I collect, right? So I had Silver Surfer 1, and then I had Silver Surfer 3, first appearance of Mephisto, and then, of course, I had Silver Surfer 4, my all-time favorite Silver Age cover. And those are obviously the most expensive of the 18-issue run. And then I ended up just getting, is it 14 or 15? The one with Silver Surfer and Human Torch. I just found it pretty cheap, and I picked it up one day. And then I was talking to JP, and he had the issue preceding that, which is the one with Spider-Man. I was like, oh, let me snag that for me. So he sold that to me. And that kind of was like, those are the most valuable issues in this run, especially when you add that Spider-Man 1 after 1, 3, and 4. So I was like, you know what? I'm a Surfer fan. Why not? It's only 18 issues. I'm not a run collector, but this could be fun. And then I kind of thought about it a little bit more, and the stipulation I made is, I've railed about how expensive con prices are when it comes to wall books. The rest of the books in the run aren't necessarily wall books, right? You can find these in bins. So I said, let's make the stipulation that I can only find these books in person. Therefore, it gave me something to hunt while I was at these cons over the last year. And so I was able to pick up 2, 3, sometimes 4 of the books in the run. I think I've done it over the last 4 cons. And as you saw in my Terrificon recap, if you watched that, I picked up the last 2. So I figured I would just kind of walk through that today. I'll also give you little tidbits and facts about ones that are things that I like about some of the issues and whatnot. But again, the 18-issue Silver Surfer run, mostly done by John Buscema. There are 2 issues that are not, and I'll point those out. But let's go through it. So we have, obviously, Silver Surfer 1. I love this book specifically because when I was a kid, I was always very confused how there was a Silver Surfer 1, but then his first appearance was in Fantastic Four 48. I didn't really understand that as a young kid, but now obviously I do. But with that in mind, when I think of the solo series, I always think of this cover, Iron Man 1, and then the Wolverine, the Frank Miller color. And those 3 books always stuck out with the solo series covers. And so, yeah, this is just a huge, huge book for me. I love this book. Always be a big fan. Number 2, right? Cool purple cover. I don't remember where I got this one, but I got it pretty cheap. This is like the first appearance of the Badoon, this like alien race here. And then we've got, again, another big one here in the run, which is Silver Surfer number 3, the first appearance of, obviously, Mephisto. I got this from Nexo Comics on IG way back. He gave me a great deal on this copy, so super happy with that. And then 4, right, as I mentioned earlier, right, this is my all-time favorite Silver Age comic cover. This and FF49, so both Surfer-related. It's my favorite depiction of Thor. Surfer looks great. The 2 balance, it's just perfect. Just perfect. I got this. This is actually the second book I ever, once I started trading comics. So the first book I traded for was Iron Man 55. Oh, sorry, that's the third book. Then I traded for a FF52, a lower grade one than I have now. And then my next was this Surfer 4 book, and I got that, of course, from Mark from Collectibles. So from there, these are the next 2 are the most recent pickups that I got at Terrificon, you just recently saw. So we got Silver Surfer number 5, obviously a piece appearance there by The Stranger. And then we've got Silver Surfer 6, one that's not one of my favorite covers. Kind of lame. Yeah. And it also had, this one has a little bit of marker. I only got this one because it was the last one. I was like, all right, let's just grab it. It's the only one that was cheap. Again, when I stipulated this run, I was like, I'm going to average about $30 outside of the 1, 3, and 4, and then the Spider-Man 1 per book. So I'm not just dumping a ton of money in this. And these all fit that bill. And that's why I ended up getting this one, because the other ones at the con were over $100, some even over $200 because they were higher grade. And I wasn't going to just leave and just have one issue left and wait for the next time I'm at a con, which is, 6 months. So anyways, after that, 6, we got 7. Cool one here. And I think this one was at SummerCon, if I remember correctly. Silver Surfer 8. This is actually one of the higher grade ones just because I got a good deal on it. I got this at Emerald City Comic Con. Another great cover. So the 18 issue run, for the most part, I think has awesome covers. There are definitely a few that are like, yeah, like that 6 I just showed. But, this is another cool one. Silver Surfer number 10. I picked this up at SummerCon, the con before Terrificon that I went to. As I did this one too, number 10. Another cover. This one, not loving so much. Yeah, not a huge fan of this one, but this one was also at the SummerCon, so this was back in June. From there, this is another one I picked up at Emerald City Comic Con. So this was in March, and this is Silver Surfer number 11. Another nice little cover, I think, for this one. And 12. And 13. I actually find this cover very similar to 10, but I got this one as well at Emerald City Comic Con. As mentioned before, I got this one from JP, right? So keeping the money in the house, in the family. Love that. But this is 14, so this is when him and Spider-Man kind of meet for the first time, their first interaction, first battle, however you want to call it. This, outside of 1, 3, and 4, is the most expensive book in the run. This can go, a decent price. So cool one here. This is the one that initially prompted the run collection, right? This is 15, his battle with Human Torch. This is one of my favorite covers in the run. And this one is actually one of the 2 that is not done by John Buscema. This is Marie Severin. In my opinion, very underrated artist of that age and on, right? I mean, I think she's just incredible. But super cool cover here. Coming into the tail run, right? So then we got 16, right? Another battle with Mephisto. This one I got on Free Comic Book Day. Not my favorite cover, but I got this at Grumpy Old Man Comics. This is number 17. Right, and then wrapping it up, I got this at Emerald City Comic Con. This is the last in the run, number 18, and this is the other cover not done by John Buscema, and this is done by Jack Kirby. You can actually really tell that's a Jack Kirby Surfer, right? Super distinguishable about how Kirby drew Surfer. So yeah, that's it, right? It's a short run, 18 issues. I did it. Now what's next? To be honest, as you guys know, I'm not a run collector. So, I mean, I'm going to keep 1, I'm going to keep 3, and I'm going to keep 4. But then I think the rest are up for grabs. I'm going to put them up, post them for sale, and then put that money towards the next big boy. But yeah, let me know what you think. Are you a run collector? Anyone else here a Silver Surfer run collector? Let me know your thoughts. Also, did you like that idea that I stipulated that they have to be found in person? All that good stuff. Love to hear from you. Otherwise, that is all I got for you today. Have a good one. Peace out.